Hey everybody, I got the brand new Osmo Action 4 and I'm a little bit excited about it and I'm a little bit disappointed about it. So today is August 10th, 2023, and I just want to say right up front that I bought and paid for this with my own money. It just arrived a few days ago from B&H. Actually, this thing was released not too long ago. So I also want to say that anything you see in this video, I will have affiliate links to it in the description box down below. So let's start right off. And I want to, in this video, I basically want to answer 3 questions I have about the Osmo Action 4 in comparison to the Osmo Action 3. While I was watching all the usual suspects on YouTube make their videos, you know, all the guys and girls that got the camera like a month, 2 months ahead of time were able to review it, use it, make their videos, and then drop their videos the day that the camera was released. Everybody's saying it's, you know, kind of the same, but I wanted to, there was 3 questions that I wanted to know that I didn't really see too many people talking about, and that was, can I use the same cages? Can I use the same filters? And are the batteries exactly the same? So I've seen a lot of people talking about specs, and you know, this one has a new color profile to it, which actually I will say I do like grading this with DaVinci. So anyway, can I use the cages? Can I use the filters that I had with the Osmo Action 3? So right here on camera, just to answer in case anybody else had these questions, I'm going to take, well, that's the Osmo Action 3. That's not going to work. So this is the Osmo Action 3 cage, and take the Osmo Action 4. It slides into this PGY Tech cage. Again, links if you want this stuff, it's in the description box down below. So I did a video about the PGY Tech cage and the small rig cage. I'll put that up here in the top. You know where to look for that. So it fits in there fine. The PGY Tech cage gives you access to the bottom. It also has a 1/4 on the side. And with the small rig cage, now the small rig is a little bit different. It opens from the back, and you have to basically slide it through. Now in the video that I did about these cages, I ended up using the small rig cage. That's the one I wanted. By the way, it fits in that small rig cage fine. I ended up going with the small rig cage because I had a 1/4 on the bottom of the cage, and if I wanted to do a hard mount to the outside of a vehicle and have it in a cage, it also has 1/4 over here. But anyway, so we know the cages fit, and let's get it out of there. So no problem there. Now let's take this cover. Now this is the cover that comes with the camera. This is basically just a lens cover. That's all it is. It's clear. And this is a PGY Tech filter for the Osmo Action 3, and guess what? It doesn't fit. Now the confusing thing is, if you go to DJI's website and you can look at this screenshot that I'm going to put up, it kind of leads you to believe, at least from what I'm seeing in this screenshot, that although on August 10th, 2023, they're out of stock, it's showing that they're the same set of filters. And I'm telling you right now, I measured this with a set of calipers, and it's like less than 1/100th of an inch off. And I don't know why that is. You know, they're going to let you use the cage, but they're not going to let you use the filters. I seen one YouTuber briefly talk about this, and she claimed that it's a different size sensor, which I know it is a different size sensor, and therefore it has to have different size filters. That's total BS. So I have a hack for it. I have a temporary hack because right now on August 10th, just not long after this has been released, nobody has filters. And I kind of ran into this before, I think with the Action 3, like when it first came out, I had to wait a little bit, and then some filters came along. But I'm heading away on a 10-day road trip, and I don't think I'll be around because I'm going to be leaving in a few days. So now let's see, before I do the hack for that, let's go to the battery. Now this is the battery out of the Osmo Action 4, and this is the battery out of the Osmo Action 3. Losing my voice here. Okay, so this battery goes right into there with no problem. I've already been using and switching the batteries around for the past couple days. Starts up, works fine, no problems. So now on to the hack. And this is the most jiggity thing you've ever seen. So when I purchased this, I did not get a bundle. I just got the camera. It came with the camera. It came with a battery, a charging cable. Excuse me. It came with a mount, and it came with this plastic, cheesy, they're calling it a lens hood. Now, it's just a piece of plastic. It does thread onto here. And to me, it is the most useless thing, unless I'm missing something. I went through the booklet that came with it. I haven't seen anybody else talk about this thing. They're calling this a lens hood. Now look at this. It leaves your lens totally exposed. You have no covering. There's no way to put the covering on there. But here's the hack. Now let's just set this guy aside for a minute, and let's wind back the hands of time and remember this old boy. This is the Osmo Action. This is the original Osmo Action. I guess now we could call it the Osmo Action 1. Okay, so the filters on this, now these are Polar Pro filters. And to my knowledge, Polar Pro doesn't make filters for the Osmo Actions anymore. They make filters for the GoPros, but not for the Osmo Action. Anyway, take that filter. These filters went on magnetically. A little bit different system, everything like that. So if you happen to have one of these and the filters to go with it, this, almost lost it. This filter is the same exact size as that lens hood. So let's take the lens hood off, and I'm going to try to do this on camera. Again, I'm sorry that I don't have my overhead camera set up that I normally do with videos. I just was in a hurry to do this. I wanted to get this video out. I'm on a time crunch because I got a road trip coming up. So I'm going to try to do this in real time without losing it here. This is a piece of orange gaffer's tape, okay? And I just happen to have bright orange gaffer's tape because I use it to put on the legs of light stands and things like that so that people can see them when they're on set. They don't trip over them. I use it for marking a lot of stuff. Anyway, you can kind of see what I'm doing here. I'm not going to do it as fancy as I normally do it, but just for the purpose of video, I'm going to show you that. Now, this is a temporary hack. This is not going to be something you're going to want to use forever, but there it is. It's on there. And I have to do this close to my face, otherwise my camera will not focus. I'm hoping it's focusing now. I hope. Anyway, this is going to allow me to get up and running with some filters. Typically, when I use the Osmo Action 3, if I was doing time-lapse, I would put a circular polarizer filter on there. Again, it would be the PGY Tech. I would put that on there for doing time lapses. It kind of, when you're doing a time lapse, it doesn't really give you like decent-alike profile, or in this case, D-Log-M. It just bakes something in there. So I like to put a polarizer on there, especially if there's a sky. But it'll also let me use like an ND16 or 32 if I'm out in bright daylight. Now, I will not be able to put this on like one of my magnetic mounts and put it on the outside of a vehicle. It'll probably blow that off of there. But if I just want to do a time lapse, if I want to set this stationary, if I want to use it for vlogging or something else, walking around. Again, going on this road trip, we're headed out to North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, Idaho, Montana. We're just kind of, taking a road trip basically, and it's going to be a lot of landscape, and I'm going to be taking a lot of photos, a lot of video with the big cameras, but I thought it would be nice, and that was really the reason for purchasing this little camera, was just to have something in addition to this one, have an A and a B camera, and to test it out. So hey, that's it. That's the hack. That's all I can say about it. Answered a couple questions that I had, and it maybe will answer some questions you have. So if you like this video, hit like, hit subscribe. I'm harmless. Come back, check out. I'll probably do some video. Well, I'll definitely do some video on my road trip that I'll put up on YouTube later, but I'll probably also talk about this thing and show what I did with it and what it was good at and what it wasn't good at. Not really a review, just a real world use of how I use stuff. Again, hit like, hit subscribe. I'm harmless. Come back and check out the channel again. Thank you so much and have a great day.